Hey, Pardon My Take listeners, you can find every episode on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Prime members can listen ad-free on Amazon Music. On today's Pardon My Take, Dan Campbell. Yes, probably the most requested guest we've had in the last 2 months. He's finally on the show. It did not disappoint. Wait till you see what he would do for a Super Bowl trophy. Your move, Mike Vrabel, let's just say that. Awesome interview with Dan Campbell. We have NHL playoffs starting. NBA playoffs picture ready to go. We'll talk about that. Preakness, who's back of the week, and a great Monday reading, a packed Monday show. We had to do it for Dan Campbell. Actually, I just realized, PFT, our Monday reading is about humans versus animals.
Yeah, Dan Campbell.
Perfect for Dan Campbell.
Dan Campbell should have been one of the animals that was listed that you could fight.
Yes. So, awesome show coming up. Before we do all that, we're brought to you by our friends at Body Armor. Body Armor Sports Drink. Today's athletes deserve more than just your grandfather's tired old salty sports drink, which is full of artificial dyes. Enter Body Armor, made with potassium-packed electrolytes, antioxidants, and B vitamins, plus no artificial sweeteners, flavors, or dyes. Body Armor Sports Drink provides hard-working hydration and more. Plus, it tastes great. My favorite flavor is the, I like the Tropical Chaos. I've been working on that right now. What's my favorite flavor? Quick.
I like the berry.
No. I have
berry
a favorite.
Blitz.
I have it. Why can't I think of it? Strawberry?
Strawberry banana.
Thank you. Strawberry banana. I fucking love strawberry banana. I really do. I don't know why I couldn't think of it. So, Body Armor helps today's athletes stay on top of their game. Body Armor available for purchase in-store and on Amazon now. Liam even knew that, Bubba knew that was my favorite flavor because I rock that flavor nonstop. I'm just having a brain fart because it's Sunday night and my brain is melting. Also, J&J, no big deal. All right, so check it out. Summer's right around the corner. You need to hydrate. You need to be up in your game with Body Armor. So check it out. Potassium-packed electrolytes, antioxidants, no artificial sweeteners, flavors, or dyes, coconut water, and also the guy who created Body Armor, Mike Rapoli, is a friend of Barstool. So go right now, buy some Body Armor, be the guy who or girl who drinking Body Armor on the beach, on the golf course, if you're playing sports, wherever you may be this summer. Body Armor is the best way to keep you hydrated. You can booze, but you gotta have the Body Armor ready to go. So go check it out. Body Armor available for purchase in store and on Amazon now. I'm going to drink a Tropical Chaos right in everyone's face as we start. Okay, let's go.
It's Pardon My Take, presented by Barstool Sports.
Welcome to Pardon My Take, presented by Body Armor. I just had a delicious sip of my Tropical Chaos. My favorite flavor is strawberry banana. Everyone knows that. Go buy Body Armor at Amazon, or you can buy it in store. Today is Monday, May 17th, and PMT Rivalry Week.
Yep. Big
Here
time.
we go.
Big time.
Last we talked to you folks, we had a mayor's bet between Hank and PFT. The Capitals playing the Bruins. The loser's going to have to eat Olive Garden on a live stream until they puke.
And champagne.
And drink champagne. Chardonnay. And they're going to get shard bombed.
Yeah, shard bombed.
I once got shard bombed at River Shannon. Shout out River Shannon, and in Chicago, and some stoolie just walked up to me and was like, "Hey, shard bomb, dude. Just a glass of Chardonnay." I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "You got to chug it."
You got to chug it now.
I chugged it, and then I puked instantly outside.
Are we bringing back icing? Is icing coming back this summer?
Stop. Shard bombed
That
is
was
fucked
hot.
up. That was the one and only shard bomb I'll ever do.
I don't even like Chardonnay, but if somebody gives me a glass of anything, it's like the rules are you have to.
You got shard bombed.
It could be Drano. It could be motor oil. But if somebody's like, "Yo, dude, you just got Pennzoil bombed," I'd be like, "Okay, I guess bottoms up."
I thought the same thing, but I don't think you could just do that. You can't do it to random people.
Maybe, but
You
it's
do it
more
maybe to a friend.
Yeah, I would accept
I guess that
getting
guy was
shard
my
bombed
friend
once.
because he was a listener.
I think you become a friend after you get shard bombed.
Yeah, shout out that guy. Tweet at me if you're still alive. Hopefully you're not.
Yeah,
all right.
It was overtime hockey. All the games are going to overtime. So far.
Wait. Let's talk hockey. But you guys are now matched up also on Tuesday night.
Yep.
Celtics versus Wizards for. We were trying to figure out if we needed a bet, and we decided no because the NBA really fucked up the one cool thing last year of the play-in game by making it a play-in game tournament where Tuesday night's Celtics-Wizards game actually is an elimination game, so who the fuck cares?
It's like a ladder. If you lose twice, you're out.
Like, it obviously
really
matters
strange.
because you want to win,
Yep.
but if you lose, you just play on Thursday. It's like, oh, okay. It's so...
Well, embrace debate. Is this the playoffs? Is it the postseason? Is it a wild card game?
Yeah. It's like the
Yeah.
playing game for NCAA.
Yeah,
So
wild card
it counts.
Mm-hmm.
It counts as it's the pre-competition.
I just hate
Yeah,
it.
because back in the day, they used to do series like best of 5 series and then best of 7. That was still the playoffs.
But this is, I just hate that they had something good. 8 versus 9 is good. You know what I mean? The team that just barely missed the playoffs to the team that did make the playoffs. When you add the 10th seed, it's stupid. And the fact that the 7th seed could potentially not make the playoffs is even dumber. I just hate the whole thing.
I'm going to go out on a little limb here. I think that if the Wizards beat the Celtics, if they end up matching up against the Nets, I think that the Wizards could actually beat the Nets in the first round.
Okay.
They're hot. The Wizards
In
are
one game?
No, they'd have to play a 7-game series.
It would have to be a 7-game series.
No, I'm saying like how many? You're saying the Wizards would win the series.
I'm
they'd
saying
win the series.
listen. I'm saying
This is like your Trailblazers winning,
No,
beating-
listen to me very carefully in how I'm selecting my words. The Wizards could beat the Nets in the first round.
Yes, they could.
They can.
Anything could happen.
They can.
Anyone could get injured.
They could.
I want to actually put a quick parentheses on my take that I hate the way the play-in game has been constructed this year. And say that if LeBron somehow doesn't make the playoffs, the traditional playoffs, I love this, and I think it's the greatest thing that's ever happened to the NBA.
And it wasn't. This technically isn't the playoffs,
Right,
If
exactly.
LeBron
So he
loses,
missed the
he missed the playoffs entirely.
I think he actually missed. Yeah, he missed the traditional playoffs.
Well, he missed being one of the automatic qualifiers to the playoffs for the first time in his career, right?
Yes, I do think the play-in game, it was fun last year.
Yeah.
And I'm all for that. I just think the fact that they made it 7, 8, 9, 10, and 7 could miss the playoffs is it's stupid. They took a great thing and they made it dumb.
Every year they should just rewrite the rules with 2 weeks left to make sure that Zion can get in.
Yeah.
Just like in a different way. Whatever, they can just like jump the 10 and 11 seed if they're the 12 and be like, listen, the 12 gets to play the 6.
Zion
in a
should always
3-game
get in.
series.
Yes.
Or,
Also,
like, one team should be able to draft Zion.
am I stupid? Am I like when you do a playoff seeding, 7 should play 10. 8 should play 9.
What, you're talking about Sweet 16?
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying it's so like
You're talking about the NCAA tournament.
it's so stupid that like it's just dumb. Like 7 should play 10 and have to beat 10 should have to beat 7 twice, and 8 should have to play 9. Like it just makes no sense.
Also, I will say this to the conversation about records last week. Someone replied to us and let us know that you just have to think about it like NCAA tournament seedings.
Yes,
Yeah,
that was
which is
great,
perfect.
except
That
for
makes-
0 and 17.
Right.
that
Right.
doesn't exist.
Yes.
There's no 0 seed.
And it's actually going to be even more pronounced on Wednesday when the Lakers play the Warriors, which everyone wants to see, which will be exciting. But again, it's not an elimination game.
And then I bet you whoever loses that game is going to win the
beat
next
the
game,
Spurs
and
or the
then
Grizzlies.
they'll get in. Yeah,
right. So it's a great thing in theory, the playing game, but the way the NBA is constructed, I just don't. I can't feel juiced up for a game where if the loser of that game still is in the playoffs.
It's a
Still
classic
has a
case
chance.
of Adam Silver reading like the NBA Reddit comments too much and adapting his entire playoff structure because like somebody had a post on an off day that got
Right.
way too many upvotes.
I think it's
Silver's
just the
like, yeah,
7. I think it's the 7-8 thing that bothers me the most. Just because when you watch a 1-game playoff, it should be a 1-game playoff.
No, also what it is in the NCAA rankings in the tournament, you always have the 8 and the 9 playing against each other, and the 7 and the 10.
Yeah.
you're just used to seeing those numbers
Correct.
next to each other.
Correct.
I agree with you.
Yeah. All right. So, you want to just do NBA now? We'll do it hockey
Yeah,
right after.
we'll
right?
do NBA right now.
So, the Knicks won the title. I think they're going to raise a banner. In all seriousness, Tom Thibodeau is an unbelievable coach. Like what he has done, what Julius Randle has done, it's incredible. No one gave the Knicks any credit this year going into it. I went and looked back, and it was like everyone had the Knicks in the lottery. All the prognosticators, everyone had them as being a terrible team again. Their roster's not that great. the resurgence of Derrick Rose, like all these things. It's cool. Tibbs is just an unreal coach. I miss him. Whether he burns them out, who knows? But the fact that he has the Knicks as the 4 seed is incredible.
But they're not burned out yet.
No,
and it'd be
this
awesome.
Is where they
it would be
get.
awesome if the Knicks made it to the finals. I think that's what I'm rooting for out of the East. Actually, as someone who's like very much in just like cheer for chaos mode when it comes to the NBA playoffs.
Yeah,
I would love to see a Subway Series, Knicks Nets Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah,
yeah.
Well. Yeah, I think that could happen. Yes, that could.
The Nets are the 2.
Yeah.
The Knicks are the
They'll
4,
be the 2
so.
or the 3, depending on. We're taping this during the games. Hank, I have something that will probably make you sad, but I want to just throw it out there. The Nets have a chance to possibly get to the finals or win the NBA championship. Would they have officially won the trade with the Celtics when they traded all those guys and they got all the picks back? Because the Nets would be in the finals before the Celtics.
Are you talking about when
were.
they got like Paul Pierce?
Yeah,
okay,
like
that
15
trade.
years ago.
Well, there's still some assets that are probably being exchanged to this very day.
I don't think so.
Would the Nets technically have won the trade because they got to the finals first?
Technically, yeah.
It's a ridiculous thing to say because obviously it's not true because the Celtics got so many picks.
You know what?
But it would.
I'm
And the
fucking
Nets,
sick of everybody
the Nets
saying
did it
like
with free agency.
I'm sick of everybody saying I'm a process guy. I'm a results guy.
Yeah,
I don't care about how the process worked out. If they get to the finals, yes, they won that trade in my book.
This is actually in the East. It's like the 3 teams at the top. Basically, if you don't make it to the finals, if you're the Sixers, Nets, or Bucks, like everything is broken. Mm-hmm. It's such a chips all in. Because Giannis, this would be another time where they get to the playoffs, they don't get all the way over the hump to the finals. The Nets, obviously, they have the most talent. I still think, I got to find James Harden's quote. Did you see James Harden's quote from the other night?
I didn't, but
fuck.
I
love James Harden.
I'm bummed out
he's
that
my alpha.
I'm bummed out that Giannis signed his extension before the season started because we are getting robbed of some very juicy storylines that could be happening right now.
Yes,
like just judging Giannis' future in Milwaukee based entirely on how his team performs this offseason is something I'm going to miss dearly this postseason.
Tell me the quote is so good.
Not to brag or anything, but I'm like really, really good at this game.
Yeah, there was that when he came back from his, he'd been gone for like a month or so, and a reporter was like, "Wow, you looked really good tonight." He's like, "Yeah, dude, I'm fucking awesome."
He's
at
like,
basketball.
"I'm a professional basketball player."
And then the Sixers, it is the process. Yeah. It does feel this is their best chance. Embiid is. You could make the argument is the most dominant player right now in the NBA. Like it's all come together. They have to get to the finals this year.
You forgot 2 words: win healthy.
You're
contractually obligated every time anyone in sports media mentions Joel Embiid and about how he's in the MVP consideration. You always have to tack on Joel Embiid. When healthy, is the most dominant player.
No,
in the
what
NBA.
I said most dominant player. I didn't say MVP.
You
That's
did not.
Jokic.
Oh, I was going to say Steph.
Yeah, people are because Steph did win. So going to the West, Steph winning the scoring title on the last day was awesome. Mm-hmm. Going crazy, very big. I think the Barstool Sports account tweeted it. Very big Jake Marsh energy coming from Steph Curry.
I am the best in the office. He flashed
Some
everybody.
may say Steph was actually ripping Jake off.
Yep,
he
actually
acting.
showed all 4 of his nipples to the crowd.
Yeah, he did.
That? He pulled
I'm the best.
Pulled his shirt up.
I'm the best in the office. That's what Steph was saying. What? Hank, how are you feeling about the Celtics?
It doesn't really matter at this point with Jaylen Brown injured. I just hope we can. I would like to beat the Knicks.
You've come around to what
I
my
would like
spin
to
zone
beat the
was for
Wizards
you.
and then upset the Knicks just to watch.
Why do you want to beat the Wizards? You want to see me lose?
Wait, I don't think you can play the Knicks
at all.
Well, not in the first round. So you'd have to beat the Nets or the Sixers.
The Sixers would be nice too.
Okay.
I think Hank, you should just root for everybody to get out of the play-in game healthy. Just no injuries. Mm-hmm. You're snake bit. That's my favorite line to use about a team, to just like write them off for that season. You should be using this, Hank. It's just, we're snake bit this year.
We have nothing to lose.
The game. The pre-playoffs.
But as we talked about,
I
no
told
one's
you,
going
when
to...
Jaylen Brown, that was the spin zone you got to go with. Like, hey, what does it matter?
Right.
Yeah. All right. And then we have the Lakers versus the Warriors if everything goes as planned tonight. I think there was a game that was being played tonight where the Clippers and the Thunder are playing right now, and they both want to lose. Mm-hmm. The Clippers want to lose for seeding so they don't have to play the Lakers, and the Thunder have been incredibly bad. Like, it's actually exceptional. I think I saw something where they were like 1-20 in the last month and a half.
Yep.
And they hit their like 20th win or something in like late March, and they've won one game since. They're something special.
Do you think they activate Myers Leonard for the last game?
Ooh. Do you think he's in okay? Where do you think he is?
I don't know.
Right now?
He's probably just online somewhere. ExpressVPN. He's masked his browser somewhere.
Yeah.
He's probably
He's
still
still
streaming.
gaming.
My
He's
guess
definitely still
My
streaming.
guess is he set up a new Twitch account anonymously. Because once you get into that Twitch life like that, like there was no reason for him to be streaming.
Yes.
When he did that, and you can't just quit that. You're addicted to it. He's probably streaming for like 3 people.
Absolutely. All right, and then any other NBA stuff?
I just think that
I'm excited for the playoffs.
As a whole, have we as a nation decided that we're just going to write the Jazz off completely? I need to get on the same page as the rest of the media out there because I think I've decided that, but I don't think there's a single strong Jazz fan.
I don't know.
Or like
We'll
a Jazz
probably have
advocate.
Yeah. I mean, Rudy Gobert is awesome,
Yeah,
so we can just be like that.
I like Rudy.
Rudy.
Yeah.
Rudy's awesome. I'm thinking Bogdan.
Well, Rudy Gobert actually saved probably hundreds of thousands of lives.
yeah, that's
Right?
true with his cavalier attitude.
Yes.
Yes.
Actually,
Again,
I have
I'm a
a joke
results
about the
guy,
Jazz.
not a process guy. What's your joke about the Jazz?
Actually, not. I'm going to hold it.
No, you can't
No,
just
I don't
say
want.
that.
I don't want to.
I like
I'm gonna keep
I like
workshopping
Rudy
it.
Gobert.
All right.
I like
You have to
Bojan.
have it on Wednesday, though.
Okay.
I'm going to
Okay?
say some nice things about the Jazz. I like Rudy Gobert. I like Bojan. Mike Conley's on the team.
Bojan.
Bojan Bogdanovic.
It was Boban.
No. There's no.
That's Marjanovic or something.
Come on, dude. Come on.
The Bojan and the Mojan mixed up.
Donovan Mitchell.
I like their old jerseys.
Yeah.
They had the mountains on them.
When they do the weird color game, it takes me about 5 minutes to figure out if it's the Suns or not.
Or the Nuggets sometimes,
Yeah,
too.
right. You know that one's weird.
Oh, they did tell Gordon Hayward have fun being LeBron's B word.
Little B word.
They're very respectful when they're disrespectful in Utah.
That's very true. That's very true.
That's about. I think we've hit our quota
pro
of Jazz
power
talk.
sport team in their city, representing.
Uh-huh.
I think they've real Salt Lake too. Power
big.
4.
That's
Before the
huge.
soccer people come at me.
That's huge.
Power 4. I like
Oh,
that.
Joe Ingles.
I like the
love
Power
him.
4.
He's the best. Australian.
Yep.
And he fucking fills it up. When he gets hot, it's fun to watch.
All right.
All right, so there we go,
plenty
Jazz.
of Jazz takes.
That was us being like, hey, when we have the few people from Salt Lake City say, I've been a day one AWL, you never talk about the Jazz, just refer them to that last 3 minutes that we did it.
I don't think that you're allowed to listen to part of my take in Salt Lake City.
Yeah,
I
or
think
podcasts.
there's a firewall. Yeah, no podcast, no pornography.
Yes.
You can type in boobs in your Word document and look at that for a while and get turned on.
Speaking of the Trailblazers, because this is right around the time where I'm going to start saying to myself, maybe they could just outscore everyone.
Yeah. You talk about a guy that fills it up. Dame
They could just
fill it up.
outscore everyone and win everything, but I know that's not going to happen.
Let's just do like a fun power rankings. Like if we wanted to, what's our dream Final Four in terms of teams that would be the most fun to watch?
Warriors versus the now these are
baby.
this has nothing to do with seeding, so don't tell us these can't happen.
Right.
Warriors Blazers.
Yep.
And then I would say
Knicks.
Nets.
Yeah.
Knicks Nets. All right, so that's what we're rooting for. Knicks Nets, Warriors Blazers. Did you see that one guy who tweeted at Dame before the season being like, hey, I need you to get over 41.5 wins this year. Like my house is depending on it. 1-800-GAMBLER. Please gamble responsibly. And Dame was like, got you. Tonight they have 41 wins and they have one game left.
Oh shit!
So
They're playing right now, right?
Yeah, they're about to tip off in a minute.
He's got him.
He's got him. He said he got him.
There's something about the
they
Blazers.
are playing for something.
There's something about the Blazers that they just form these crazy relationships with their fans that tweet at them, like the "I'm trying, Jennifer."
Yeah,
you remember that?
Yeah, they're just a cool team.
Yeah, I like the Blazers.
They're always a cool team. All right, hockey. Let's talk some hockey.
Let's talk hockey.
So-
Every game going to overtime.
So yeah, first 3 games go to overtime, and then the 4th game's going on right now, and it's the Battle of Florida, and it's actually electric.
Overtime playoff hockey is it's the most fun thing to watch if you don't have a dog in the fight, and then if you actually do have a team that you're rooting for, it just sucks.
Yes.
It takes years off your life. It's like taking the worst drug possible. if you have a team, and like taking the best drug possible if you don't have a team.
Yes.
In it.
So NBC, I want to give a shout out to NBC. So this is their last year that they're having playoff hockey because they lose the package to ESPN. And I likened it to it raining on your last day of vacation and being like, you know what, it's not so bad that we have to leave this place. The score bug and no Doc Emmerich, which I know he retired last year, just makes it easy. Like it's okay to say goodbye to NBC. The score bug is an abomination
To the Lord.
and not having Doc out there. Like I want to thank NBC for making this as easy as possible.
Yeah, I mean, the broadcasting team definitely is nowhere near as good without Doc. You can have Doc do anything. He's like the most versatile voice.
Yeah,
in
he did
sports.
the pregame.
Yes,
and it was awesome.
He's amazing. But watching overtime hockey when it's your team, it brought me back. It made me realize like how much we actually do need fans in the stadiums to make the games better. When you've got an overtime crowd there in person, the roar after the goal is amazing. But even better than the roar is the dead silence after a goal when your team loses, or when the home team loses, in the playoffs.
The shriek. There's
shriek.
nothing better. That's one of my. I think that was on my Mount Rushmore of sports sounds.
And
the soul shriek of a stadium or arena that just got their life sucked out of them.
Sabermetric stat of the week for the NHL playoffs. The entire league's on bird alert. All bird teams have lost so far. It's just the Penguins. But
that counts.
They've
Well,
all
are they
lost.
technically a bird?
Oh yeah, penguins are a bird. People
They're
forget
like a
that penguins.
dolphin.
Yeah, they're weird. They're aquatic.
They don't
birds.
like fly. Do they fly?
No, flightless.
Yeah, so fuck them. They're not a bird.
They technically qualify.
You don't count as a
Have
bird.
you
if
seen
can't
March
fly.
of the
You're
Penguins?
Like I've
Penguin's a
seen that
bird.
shit.
Penguins a bird.
I know it's
Confirmed.
technically a bird, but if you can't fly, you're not a bird.
Ostrich.
That'd be like
Larry Bird.
that'd be like
He couldn't
looking
jump.
at that'd be pointing at a bus and being like, "Look at that airplane."
It's a little bit.
Same thing.
No, but there are some planes that they lose the ability to fly, but you can still drive them around.
It's the same thing. Like it's a bus.
Yeah.
Just call penguins what they are. They're buses.
They're a bird with wings.
They're bird buses.
They're a bird with wings. Anyways, they stink. Sorry about beating your Bruins, Hank, but I mean, it's kind of like comeuppance for the city of Boston. I think you guys just run all your star players out of town. It's sad. Like Brady, Mookie Betts, get rid of him. Zdeno Chara, see ya. We don't like you anymore. So it's kind of like
Rozier.
Yeah, it's like just deserved.
Scary Terry did get run out of town.
Isaiah Thomas,
Kyrie.
It's something about the city. I don't know. It's like you get a little success there, and it's almost like the fans get jealous of you for being too good.
I'm no hockey expert. I just know that when you have a backup goalie that's 40 years old and he was literally tripping over himself and like knocking over the net because he couldn't stand up straight, you got to win that game.
Yeah, that was
that's
our
good
gift
analysis,
to you.
Hank. How was it? You guys watched the game together. How'd it go?
It was fine because like, I honestly think that the fact
I
that
thought
our
there was
goalie
no
got,
chance we lost. So.
Yeah. The fact that our goalie got hurt so early on and the guy that came in looked like he was terrified. He looked like he was doing a slapstick routine back there. And so I just assumed that we were going to lose. Hank assumed he was going to win.
Yeah,
so it was
but
like all
game
pressure
two.
off.
Win game 2 and the series is on.
Series swings back to Boston.
Right.
Yeah.
So are you guys going to watch game 2 together? Probably not.
When is
Monday
it?
night?
Monday night?
Yeah, probably not.
I haven't decided yet.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm
Depends
going
what color,
back to like
depends what color the mountains are, you know?
Tuesday night being so bummed out that there's going to be a game that we're going to watch, the Wizards versus Celtics, and it won't be elimination.
Yeah, that sucks.
It's just so
at
lame.
9 o'clock, no
It's
less.
so lame. It's like you can't have that. A team if you play a playing game, the team that loses has to be out.
I've also decided that it would be very funny because the Canadian division in the NHL, they still have regular season games going on. I think until Wednesday.
Yeah.
I think the last game of the regular season in Canada
Just run out
in the
the string,
Canadian
yeah.
time zone is on Wednesday. I have decided that it would be very funny if the Leafs, because we are rooting for the Leafs as our Canadian team, I think, if they
Sure.
ran through their first 2 rounds 4-0, 4-0.
The Leafs, you said?
The Leafs.
The Leafs.
The Maple Leaves. And then when they got to the semifinals, they weren't allowed to travel outside of the nation of Canada, and then they just couldn't compete.
So it would just be like every other year that Canada doesn't win a Stanley Cup.
Exactly. But the year where they're like perfectly primed to do it, they could just claim it.
Yeah.
You could just declare yourselves Canadian champions.
The Knicks already claimed the title.
Yeah.
You can do anything you want. Put a banner up. It will actually be fun for Knicks fans. MSG, the Mecca. The Mecca will be lit. The Mecca will be ready to go. I had a sense that my Spidey sense told me it was NBA playoffs time because I had a dream on Thursday night, a fever dream from the J&J shot, no big deal, kind of a bad boy, that the Bulls, as currently constructed, won the NBA title this year. And
Yeah.
I was like, and I basically got to dunk on everyone being like, Zach LaVine's a fucking man.
It's that
And
time
then I
of
wook
year.
up and I was like, whoops,
But
they're
that's
not in
it's
the
your body
playoffs.
telling you that it's time
Yeah,
for the NBA
it was getting
playoffs.
ready.
It's like once
True fever dream.
Once White Sox Dave tweets out the horny tweet about Nala
Yeah.
in late March, that's really when the playoffs start to ramp up.
By the way, I'm going to throw in an extra third Eastern Conference team that would be fun. The Hornets. LaMelo. Why not?
Scary Terry.
That would be
MJ.
fun. LaMelo and MJ. Mm-hmm. MJ would try to suit up.
Yeah.
If they got to the Eastern Conference Finals. Fuck it. All right. Other things we had this weekend. The Triple Crown's over. So who won? Romulus?
Rombauer.
Rombauer.
I think it's a great name for a horse, honestly.
Rombauer.
Like, if I had known that Rombauer was racing, because I did the thing where before the race, I took a look at the form. I did like a once-over, and I saw that, okay, I'm going to bet on Midnight Bourbon, and I'm going to also bet on Medina Spirit to say I'm sorry. And then I didn't really look at the names of the other horses too closely. If I had seen Rombauer, that's a powerful horse name.
Yeah, Midnight
it.
Bourbon almost. It was sad because I was going for my personal Triple Crown, and it felt like he had it, but Rombauer.
That was a fast horse down the stretch.
Yeah.
Really fast.
Honestly,
I hope
you're-
Rombauer gets disqualified, too. I hope they find drug. I hope every horse this Triple Crown season.
Well, I was just say, Bob Baffert. Obviously, you want your horse to win, but there's got to be a small part of him that's like, all right, well, at least they'll get off me.
Yeah.
Because like if Medina Spirit won the Preakness, the heat just gets even hotter.
The storyline increases.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Now it's like, all right, I'm just going to keep my Kentucky Derby winnings, and everyone leave me alone, and I'll come back and I'll win a Triple Crown another year.
I had a dumb question when I was watching the race. Can horses are they left-footed or right-footed?
I don't think so.
Do they have dominant hooves?
I don't think so.
Because I would like to get the stats on that and see if left-footed,
Which ones win more often?
left-hooved horses do better against right-hooved competitors, like in baseball, like a
Right.
pitcher-batter matchup. What's the right ratio you have to have?
I'm not sure.
Yes, they can.
Oh,
They can.
Doing a very quick read of the details, but
You're reading a Facebook meme.
You are the
No.
best, Jake. You're the best employee we've ever had at doling out animal facts on this show.
Yep. And just
That's
in
not
general,
true.
you're basically our boss.
that's not true.
Okay.
But
Whatever you say,
according-
sir.
The show's called
According
Pardon
to-
My Jake now.
Whatever you say, sir.
Successful horse training and care.com. Yes, they can.
They can, but do they? This is kind of like the Penguin issue.
No, they
They
can
can't.
be. No, they definitely
have-
are. They have dominant hooves.
But do they? Like, are they all guaranteed to be dominant one way or the other? We don't know.
Male horses exhibited significantly more left lateralized
Oh,
responses, and
it's
female
gender.
exhibited more right.
Wow.
Okay, I need
So
to.
it's more.
all right,
It's
According to
lefties
the
are
applied animal
for the most
behavior
part
science.
going up against lefties.
but it's lefties are basic. So if there's a righty who's a male horse,
Yeah.
is that an advantage?
That
Like they
is
don't know how to
goofy
deal with
style,
him. Goofy
yes,
foot.
yes.
All right. Next time we have Randy Moss on, we got to ask him to
You have
break
to
him
look
down.
at the horse's facial whorls and see which way they flow.
This sounds like
Yeah, look in their
pseudoscience now.
eyes.
This sounds like you stare at the pattern. This is like something that you'd find in Poor Richard's Almanac about horses.
Yeah, I like this though. Okay, thank you to our veterinarian on staff, Jake. All right, let's get to Who's Back of the Week, and then we got Dan Campbell coming up. Who's Back of the Week is brought to you by the Cash App. The Cash App is back. The stock market is back. Investing through the Cash App. You can buy and sell Bitcoin on the Cash App. If you've been thinking, how do I get into crypto? Well, it's super, super easy on the Cash App. Just one button, boom, links directly to your bank account. Put a little money into Bitcoin, forget it, and then boom, you'll be on the moon before you know it. I'm not a financial advisor. But download the Cash App right now. Enter the referral code Barstool. You get $10 for free, $10 to the ASPCA. Download the Cash App on the App Store or Google Play Store today and do that and put in that code Barstool. You get $10 for free. Okay, Who's Back of the Week? Hank.
I have a couple.
Right.
I love it.
My first one is
Above and beyond.
Kelvin Benjamin.
Yes.
Netanyahu.
Yes.
He is going to be a tight end now. He's transitioning.
He actually
Yes.
is. Good for him.
Yeah, he got signed as a tight end.
Did he change the pronoun from wide receiver to
I think
tight
so.
end?
I just
in his
love
bio?
that he's just like, I'm just going to eat my way to being a tight end.
Right. It's very, very relatable. And if there's anyone that could do it, it's him.
It's honestly goals.
Speaking of
He's chalk.
changes in positions, do you see Urban Meyer is just that report that Travis Etienne is taking like reps as only a wide receiver?
So I saw
That's
that.
just so Urban Meyer.
I saw that.
He's trying to create Percy Harvin.
I understand what he's doing. I think he's just saying like we know that he's a good running back. So this is rookie mini camp.
But don't be surprised if Urban Meyer doesn't make him Percy Harvin.
He just wants to recreate his Florida team.
Yes.
So he needs to sign Ray Caruth then.
Yes, he's just gonna.
You gotta have somebody that owns a gun on staff.
Yeah, it was just a very fun. I mean, I obviously think Urban Meyer probably knows what he's doing, but it would be very funny if Urban Meyer drafted a running back in the first round, which was maybe not a reach, but you already have a good one in James Robinson, and then made him a wide receiver.
Yeah. Although I do understand the logic behind it. It's like, let's see what you can do.
Yeah.
We're going to ask you to run a lot of routes. Let's use these 2 days to have you do mostly that.
Next.
Gary Sheffield.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a video of his son Noah hitting a home run using his exact same bat technique, which obviously they're the only two to ever really do it. But when you watch the video and you see how he kind of basically warms up the torque to hit the home run as far as he can, it really makes you think, why doesn't everyone hit like this?
Yeah. That was the most feared batting stance growing up. Like when you saw Gary Sheffield coming up to the plate, it was a miracle he didn't hit a home run every single time.
Yep.
And how do you time it like that?
Well, that's where it's like the video of his son, I watched it a million times because it's just like the way he basically is priming his swing with the torque, and then when he swings it, you can just tell he hits it a million miles away.
I always used to think it almost hypnotized a pitcher. That if you saw,
little bit intimidation.
If you saw the beat happening, then subconsciously your pitching delivery would get synced up with his beat that he was putting out there, and then your timing would naturally be a little bit easier as a batter.
The only thing that's tough is that there is a real Gary Sheffield Jr. who I don't think plays pro baseball anymore.
Right.
No, I think he works for Outkick.
Right.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He should play on the Blue Jays.
So yeah, that's kind of that's
sense.
the only thing that sucks because it's like you got Vlad Jr. living up to Vlad, and then you have Gary Sheffield Jr. doing Gary Sheffield Jr. things, but it's not the real Gary Sheffield.
So is
Jr.
the other Gary Sheffield Jr. the one that actually plays
It's
baseball?
name swap.
Noah
It's name
Sheffield.
swap.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was
Name
going to say.
swap.
So
Name
that's
swap.
now Gary Sheffield Jr.
Because I bet you Gary Sheffield Jr. probably is kind of sick of getting oh, you're Gary Sheffield Jr. Do you not play baseball?
Right.
Name swap that shit.
Right.
Perfect.
Right.
Everyone wins.
Is that it, Hank?
For who's back?
Yeah,
that
for
I had
who's
multiple
back?
of.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, good job.
Thanks.
Way to work. I've noticed that ever since the Jake incident, you've gone above and beyond.
Speaking of which, Jake and Hank on Thursday, I'll be on the call.
Yep.
Sweet.
Make your picks. PlayBarstool.com.
My who's back of the week is, well, first of all, it's Rafa Nadal. Beat Joker in straight sets. Don't know if you saw that, big cat.
On clay.
I don't. Who cares?
Not sure. It was
Probably Clay. So
Yeah,
who
it's
cares?
Rome.
Oh,
It's the warm-up
is
to
it
the
Rome?
French
Who
Open.
the fuck cares? Fucking Clay. Rafa can only play on clay.
King of Clay.
King of clay.
That's enough Outkick talk. My other who's back of the week is just being back. Being back is back.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but just everything is back. Mm-hmm. It's so cool. Like everybody is just back all the time about everything. Bars are back. Hockey games are back. Playoff basketball is back. Crowds are back. Everything's back. Hot weather's back.
I agree with everything you're saying.
Being back is so back.
I will say, in the fairness of this show, if someone who shall not be named because he's on Room Springer did that as a who's back, we would have made fun of him because we've been like, you didn't think of a who's
No,
back.
I actually did think of a who's back.
No, I know. I'm saying
And being back
I
is
agree
back.
with you. Back is back.
Yes.
You're absolutely right.
This is the
but
only time-
I'm telling people because I don't want. I'm saying I'm a hypocrite because if that person had said that, I would have been like, dude, you didn't even think of one.
But I did think of one. And
Right.
being back, there's no denying that being back is actually
Yeah,
back right
absolutely, absolutely. Just being back.
And shorts.
And shorts.
And shorts.
And shorts. All right. My who's back of the week is PFT. I can't believe you didn't have this one. So novelty drinks is what you're bringing back.
now. I've always loved novels. Yeah, it's my favorite thing.
But the Myrtle Beach Pelicans, low ball Cubs affiliate, has beer bats. Mm-hmm. It took the internet by storm. I don't know why we don't put beer in more items like this. Like I would drink beer out of a football at a football game.
Yes.
I would drink beer out of a basketball or a shoe at a basketball game or a skate. Like, why don't we do this?
There should be beer. Yeah, you should be able to bring your own vessel no matter. You should be, if you have your own invention.
Not even bring it, but I'm saying like if I went to a hockey game, they should have a glass hockey skate that I can drink or a hockey stick that I can drink out of.
Car stick?
A stick would
Car
be
stick,
incredible.
whatever. Why? This isn't. It's not only
You should
something
be-
you can drink out of, but it's instantly a weapon. which
You
is
should-
cool.
It's probably
At a
why
game, yeah.
more places don't do it.
I might have just done that to myself.
Going to a NASCAR event would be amazing if they had like the gas hose.
Yeah.
And they just put it in your mouth.
Or a tire.
A tire you could
just
drink out of.
carry around a huge tire.
You wore it
Gas
around
is
your neck,
back.
and instead of the little plug that you would put the air in the spigot or whatever,
Yeah.
you just put that in your mouth as a straw.
Yes.
Gas is so back, by the way.
Gas is back. Yes.
Just talking about gas.
Gas.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the hackers, they paid off the hackers $5 million.
It was so funny. Did you see how the hackers got in?
Wait. What hackers?
So they hacked into the pipeline that supplies a lot of the gas to our country.
You might have gotten if you're going to
Was that a fake one?
in North
think
Dakota?
so.
No, different.
talking
different
about
pipeline. The Kansas
Yeah,
City
yeah,
one?
that was fake.
It was fake?
Yeah, I mean, it had to have been. It was.
Why do you think it was fake?
Because it was written on a completely different font on
Yeah.
a just white background.
It was a meme.
wasn't linked from anything.
Yeah, Big Cat, it was a meme.
Right.
So it was real.
Yeah, right. It was
It's a meme.
as fake as could be. It's very funny.
We don't know if it's fake, though.
No, I mean, I would. How do we know it's real?
I don't know. Because it looked cool.
I think it's more on you to prove that it's real than everyone else to prove that it's fake.
I initially got my information in a text from a friend that had the exact words that they
Correct.
copied and pasted
Correct.
from the meme.
Yes.
So I saw it in two different text formats.
Yes, I would say if you can't Google it, can you Google it? Google Kansas.
It's not
It's
autocomplete
not
for
there.
me.
Yeah, right. It would have been incredible.
I don't know. We'll see. I think the facts are still coming out. We'll wait till the
It's
facts
okay to
come
say
out.
you got.
We don't know that,
Yeah, it's okay.
but we don't
It
know
was
that.
a funny way to get got. The meme was basically that there was the oil company got hacked because someone opened an email that said, "What was it? You want to see the biggest?" Or no,
It was like it was a bartender wearing a Kansas City Chiefs bikini top and said, "You talk about Kansas City, but they spelled cans like
with cans,
guy talk, you know."
C-A-N.
And then they said, "Click the link to see more pictures." And then
Right.
that was the phishing link, and that's how they got fished.
And you got fished by thinking that was
You
the
might
real
be
one.
getting fished by your own brain because we don't know what happened.
I think it's on you to prove that it's real.
Okay, I'm working on it.
I'm with PFT.
You're gonna find the meme. He's looking.
I'm not trying to find the meme. I'm trying to find the actual story for what happened.
Yeah.
Oh, also, taxes is back. It's tax day
Tax
today.
day. Yes,
It's your taxes.
It is tax
Did
day.
it months ago.
Jake, do you have a who's back?
Udonis Haslam. It happened
Yes.
Thursday night
Yep.
after we recorded, but on Thursday night against the 76ers, 3 minutes, 4 points, 1 rebound, 1 fight, 1 ejection.
Wow.
Legend.
What a legend.
And,
He was just waiting to get in for that.
So that was his first game, and there are 5 players averaging at least 30 points per 36 minutes. Giannis, Beal, Embiid, Steph, and Udonis.
Got it. I found the original tweet, PFT, that has 6,000 retweets. The guy has 531 followers. I'm going to say that it's not real.
Okay.
Just looking at who he is. He seems like one of those accounts.
I would like for it to be very true.
I would love for it to be true, but it's okay to say that it's not true.
Okay, somebody replied, "Follow me for more images," and it's just a busty girl in a Chiefs shirt.
So are you giving up?
Wait,
on
that's not the original tweeter. I saw the cans and I clicked.
Yeah.
They got me too. Part of my take is now held hostage by the Russians for $5
We will
million.
give $5 million. Udonis Haslam is awesome. 40 years old? 40 years old and still
Yeah, 40. 17
not really
season.
doing anything, but he
Oh,
was
culture.
culture.
He's literally the culture.
Yeah, what is it called?
He culture.
Oh, heat culture. No, I thought we had another word for it.
Culture.
No, didn't we combine something?
It was heat-
PFT's still trying to
It
find
was
the cans.
heat culture.
I thought it was something else.
Maybe.
All right.
I don't know.
I guess I'm just going to memory hold the fact that the Heat and Lakers played in the final. That didn't happen.
Oh,
That
it
never
did.
happened.
I was there.
That absolutely didn't happen.
I was there too.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to our interview with Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell's brought to you by our friends at Coors Light. Do you ever feel like you're always on? What do you do when you need a moment to chill? How do you like to hit the reset button to get ready for what's next? Well, how about the coldest beer out there? That's Coors Light. It's literally made to chill. There's only one beer out there that's literally made to chill, and that is Coors Light. The mountains on the bottles and cans even turn blue when your beer is cold. That way, you always know when it's time to chill. When you need to hit reset, just open a Coors Light. It's mountain cold refreshment made to chill. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged. It's literally made to chill. It's as crisp and refreshing as the Colorado Rockies. Perfect for a moment to unwind. You know it's also refreshing? Coors Seltzer. Tweet us your pictures of Coors Light or Coors Seltzer. Whenever those mountains are blue, we're retweeting them. So if you ever feel like you're always on the go, like I said, you're juggling a million things all at once, you want to do is chill. Coors Light is literally made for those moments because everyone likes variety. Coors also has introduced refreshing Coors Seltzer with flavors like black cherry, mango, and lemon lime. Get Coors Light and Coors Seltzer delivered straight to your door with Drizzly or Instacart. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado, and Fort Worth, Texas. We love our Coors Light. Make sure you tweet us those blue mountains every weekend, and we will retweet. Okay, here he is, Dan Campbell. Okay, we now welcome on a very, very, very special guest. It is Coach Dan Campbell, the dude. Excited to have you on. Are we going by coach or the dude? Like, what, as media members, let's start there. What is the proper term? Is it Mr. Campbell? Is it the dude? Is it coach? Is it American badass? What would you like us to call you?
No, I'm pretty open. You can kind of go as you please. You're not going to offend me one way or another. I mean, I think as long as you mention how attractive I am as a person, I've been told that.
Fact.
I mean, you guys take what you want with that, but no, look, call me whatever, man. You can call me Dan, you can call me Coach, you can call me whatever, man. All good.
I like that.
All right, the dude. Although you are an attractive man, I think that you were more attractive when you had the long hair. Is there any
Thank
plan?
you, Eric.
Appreciate it. Is there any plan on bringing back the long hair?
No, God dang, man. So look, I grew up on a cattle ranch, man. I'm out in the middle of nowhere in Texas, and my dad, he's a Marine, and so as you can imagine, long hair was not something that he was real fired up about, and so I never let it grow, but I always wanted to grow it, man. I did, and so finally I get to the point where I get in the league and I decided I'm going to grow it, man. And I grew it, and I just let it go for a while. I had it that way for over 10 years, finally, And I remember the day I decided to cut it after I was done at New Orleans, and it was hard, man. It really was. But I always said, you know what, I'm going to do it once, and then I'm done with it. And so I'm done. Now, does that mean I don't have the urge to just let it go? Yeah, I do, but it's not going to look as good as yours, Eric. That's the problem. So, and let me say this. When I had my hair long, I didn't take care of it. I didn't wash it. I didn't brush it. I mean, it was what it was. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
And actually, I've got a great story about my hair.
Let's go.
This is when I'm at Dallas.
The floor is yours.
All right, this is when I'm at Dallas. I'm walking down. I get on the plane. I go sit down. We're getting ready to go play Washington. And Greg Ellis walks by me, defensive end, right? He kind of walks by, and as he goes, you just kind of get the breeze of someone walking by, and I was like, man, what is that smell? And I'm like, damn, Greg stinks. And he kind of sits down beside me, and I'm like, what? And I kind of turn, and then I get another whiff of it, but yet Greg has kind of moved on by. And then I kind of reached down, and my hair flows in front of my face, and I realized it was me. It was my hair stunk because I haven't washed it when it should have been washed. So long story short is, maybe look at yourself before you start looking at somebody else about what stinks. So
I like that.
Classic.
I think you still give off long hair. You've got long hair energy. Big hair energy is what the kids are calling it. So, you don't necessarily have to have it in order for everybody else to know you're a long hair dude.
Well, I do have long hair energy, and there again, I do miss it, man. I don't feel like I can rock it like I used to, man. That's the only problem.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to talk about this upcoming season, but I want to talk real quick about your press conference. And I know you're a results guy. You don't win in a press conference. You did win in that one in terms of in our eyes. When you come off the podium, though, on that press conference, were you like, that was awesome, I nailed that? Because when your energy is what captured everyone. I know that the kneecaps was hilarious, but it was the energy. And I love seeing that because every press conference feels the same, except that one was different. So did you know you were going to talk like that when you went up there, or is that just Dan Campbell got let out?
No, look, I would say this. I've always been, from the time that that literally I was in high school, call it junior, senior. And then as I grew into, whatever you want to call it, an A&M, a leader at some point, and then into the league, I did what I did. And then I would have these things that, these times where the heat on the back of your neck, starts to go off, and you start to have this feeling of, man, you need to say something, and when you start saying something, you just go, and the rest will take care of itself. And so I've always been that way. I'm not real good about, man, I need to write this down. I need to write it down. Let me get my bullet points. Let me read off this sheet. I don't do well with that, because I'm big in speaking what's on your mind and what's from your heart. And that's the way I've always been. So to your point, no, I wanted to be me. And that was what came to my mind and what I felt. And I'd been thinking that the whole time as to what I wanted us to look like. And so when I got up there, it was just me, man.
I love it. And that authenticity, I think, people will joke about it, but that has to translate to players, because players want to play for a guy who's authentic. They want to play for a person who's not going to bullshit them. So in a backwards way, I think that you got exactly what you wanted across, probably to your team as well.
Well, that was kind of the point. And look, it was my first chance to talk to my team without them being there. That would be the first opportunity. And not only that, but our fans. And I wanted them to know who I was. And you're right. You take the chance when you do that you put yourself out there, and yeah, you could go out there, you could fail, you could be embarrassed, but you know what? When you got something to say and you believe in what you're going to say, to hell with everybody else. It is what it is. You know who you're directing it to and who you want to buy in. And that's just what I believe, man. It's me. And to your point, I want people to understand that when I say something, it is because I believe it. And I don't, not that it doesn't happen, but I don't want to read off of stuff. I've got to have this laid out, and I'm a proper speaker, and there's a time and place for it, and it's good to have, but it's just not me. It's hard for me to do, man.
So does that mean that you do want your players to actually literally bite kneecaps of their opponents?
Well, it depends. I mean, it just no.
I was like, okay, go on. Tell me the time. Yeah.
By the way, Eric, you being the PFT commenter, you would know this well, but you'd be shocked how many things that I've sent from friends have sent me of comments that were made of like, that's a 15-yard penalty. I mean, this is ridiculous. Every one of his team, they're all going to get kicked out of the game. I mean, this guy, and I'm like, please, believe me, I know we can't bite kneecaps. I swear to you. I understand that's not in the rule book. I get it. So,
But if no one's looking, it's only a penalty if you get caught.
Right.
Well, and that, to a good point, when you're on the bottom of the pile, nobody knows what's going on down there.
Exactly.
Yes.
So it's been fun to watch you kind of take over this franchise, and it's being kind of molded in the image of you as the head coach, as the full-time guy. And you got your start coaching down in Miami on an interim level, and that's when I was first made aware of Dan Campbell and what you stood for and what you were all about, because on your very first day there, not only did you do the Oklahoma drill in practice, but you had a practice squad player get sacrificed at midfield. Is that true?
Sacrificed? What is that?
You did
what do you mean?
I don't know. You tell me. There was a mock sacrifice of a practice squad player. How did you decide who was going to get sacrificed, and how did you sacrifice him?
Yeah, I don't remember that. However, I'll clarify two things. The first thing is we never did Oklahoma drill. That's been widely reported. That did not happen. What we did was one-on-ones with the whole team around watching and yelling. That's all we did.
I think that's more on the people who cover the NFL media, because that mistake happens a lot. It's like everything that looks physical in practice, they just call it an Oklahoma drill, and that's not what the Oklahoma drill is. So I feel like I've been misled by the Fourth Estate and our media on that one. Thank you for clarifying.
Absolutely. And to the other point, here's the only thing I think I know what you're talking about. I don't know this for sure, but what we did was, one of the first things I did was I had all the rookie players. This was probably day 2 of practice. Is I just put them in the middle of the circle with all of the vets around them. And I told them practice starts when they fight their way out of the middle of the ring. And when I say fight, I didn't want anybody getting hurt. I said, be as smart as possible. But I said, I don't want one of these rookies to be able to get out of the middle of the circle easy and just be as smart as you can. Nobody get hurt, but yet. And all it did was, man, those guys were kind of scratching, clawing to get out, and it created a whole energy, man, throughout the whole team. And as we rolled into practice, once they got out, the horn blew, and we were rolling, man. And actually, guys had a blast with it. They were laughing. They were, now some of the rookies were pretty dog tired, I'll be honest with you. I mean, they have to get out in the middle of the circle with all the vets, but it was just something different. It's not something I would probably do here, but it was an idea I had. I think that's what you're talking about.
It also the black shirts and blasting Metallica, the power stance. I actually found my old tweets. I said that was the easiest bet of my life was Dan Campbell, first game, Dolphins-Texans. You blew them out. That was the type of energy you brought. I would imagine, though, you also learned some things. Like you just said, you wouldn't probably do rookies have to fight their way out of a ring. What was the biggest thing, though, you learned from your time in Miami for maybe the haters who think that you're not ready for this job in Detroit?
Yeah, I mean, look, there's a couple of things. I think number one is, and it helps that I'm going through it this time around to where I can hire everybody that I felt like I needed to hire and wanted to hire and could compliment me. But there was things that I felt like I tried to do on my own. Like I tried to do everything. That was a major lesson learned. You can't do everything. And at some point, you have to be able to trust those guys around you. You have to be able to trust your staff and those people you work with. And I thought, man, towards the end, I remember at one point thinking, you know what, I can't do this on my own. And I wish that I would have delegated more than I did. I think I tried to take on too much and I wasn't ready for it. That's something you learn. I think that, I kind of brought this up. The other thing, just as it pertains to in-game situations, I brought up, we went down to Buffalo and this was probably, I don't know, it was our, I guess, fourth game after I'd taken over, and we go down there and they're beating us pretty good. And then it's right before halftime. And essentially I got 2 timeouts in my pocket and I blow the whole fucking thing. And we get down there and, I should have used the timeout. I decided we go hurry up when I haven't talked to anybody about going hurry up. We haven't practiced it. I didn't want Rex Ryan to get into cover 0 and, all out blitz. And it was freaking stupid. So by the time we get the team lined up and we're trying to get signaled out what we want to do, we throw it, it's incomplete. Now we're sitting there with like three seconds left on the clock and 1 timeout in our pocket, which does us 0 good. And and look, we go in with no points. We go for it on 4th down. We get stuck. We don't. We come away with no points. And basically we got our face kicked in the second half, and that's on me, man. That's my fault. And you learn. I mean, you live and you learn. It was just, communication, man. You're doing something we never talked about, game situation. You got 2 timeouts. What the crap you doing? But there's a number of things. And I think the other thing is just being on the same page. And what I mean by this, being on the same page with personnel, the personnel department, your GM. And that's where Brad and I think, man, we both came in with a clean slate and thought of how do we want this to look, knowing that, man, we need to be working together. And we want this perception that it is reality of, man, whoever's in this building is our guy. It's not the GM's guy. It's not the head coach's guy. It's not the personnel's guy. It's not the coach's guy. This is our guy. And when we make a move one way or another, it's because we, the Detroit Lions, made a move that way.
Mm-hmm. I like
that's
that.
The first way to lose is splitting the building.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There was a quote that came out a couple weeks ago, I think it was before the draft, about your general manager that you said, here's what I would say about being a true alpha. A true alpha knows when it's time to concede for the betterment of the team. And so I would tell you one way or another, there's already been a couple things where it's like, maybe you see it a little bit more this way. I see it that way. We haven't had a problem. We're not going to have a problem. So therefore, you are the true alpha because you are willing to concede and make somebody else believe that they are the true alpha in their department of expertise. Would you say what would you say to the people that would say, hey, a true alpha would never concede? True alphas always stand up. Like Jake is our alpha on this podcast, and he would never concede anything to Hank.
I hear you, man. And, look, I think that it's just to me, when you really are that way and you're somebody that's very secure in who you are and very confident, and you know the way that you think things should go to succeed, then I think you're willing to listen, man. I think alpha comes with having security, man. I do. I think you got to be very secure in yourself and not have, like, look, just take, for example, the staff that I hired. There's a lot of people that might not have done that. I mean, look, I got Anthony Lynn. I got Deuce Staley as my assistant head coach. I got Aaron Glenn as my defensive coordinator. You got Dom Capers, special assistant. I can go down the list, and it's like Mark Brunell's my quarterback coach. That can be a little intimidating for some people. I mean, these are not only were some of these guys great players, but they're damn good coaches, man. And, as a head coach, that could be a little bit like, oh crap, man, am I hiring my replacement? Am I hiring somebody that knows more than I do about this position? And I don't look at it that way at all. I look at it as like, man, these guys got experience. Anthony Lynn's done this. He's been in that seat. And I'm like, man, give me what you have. Like, tell me what I need to know. And we've done that with everybody that's here, but I think that's the best way to look at it. So when I say that, look, I know what I want and I know what it takes to win. And it all started with what Sheila wanted us to do, and between Brad and I knowing what we want and then hiring the staff. And so all I'm saying is, look, I know where we need to go, but yet, man, there's a time where you really think we need to do this. And everybody on your staff that you truly trust, that's why you hired them, is telling you, don't do it. You probably ought to listen. And guess what? Sometimes you got to concede for the betterment of the group and for the betterment of the team. And that's what I meant by it.
Yeah, I think it's smart. Yeah, it should be looked at as a benefit that you have somebody that's done this before. Or in the instance of a lot of those guys that you mentioned, I'm sure Mark Brunell has forgotten more about playing quarterback than you'll ever be able to learn. Like you've got guys that have been there and done that, and in some circumstances played it. You shouldn't think of that as a threat. That's actually what you would want on your team if you were actually secure about it. Now, that being said, when it comes to your relationship with the general manager, when it came down to make your first overall draft pick and you decided to take Sewell, how much of that was just you being like, I want a wrestling buddy. I want a guy that I can beat up, and he's the toughest guy out there?
Well, look, I will say this. It's pretty enticing, Eric. I'm not going to lie to you. It really is. And my heart does lean towards big guys. Believe me, man, the guys in the trenches, because I still believe you win and lose there. I just do, deep in my soul. However, leading up into this, we did know that Sewell was one of, if not the best prospect in this draft. That's what we really believed. And so just for the player that he was, it was hard to ignore that. However, we were not shut off to – we were going to take the best player available on the board. And Brad and I both said going into this, we made a couple of moves this offseason as it pertained to free agency. And it's like, look, man, let's add some guys for competition here in spots, but let's not feel like we get tied to need, because I do think you get in trouble a little bit. Now, if you told me that we have two equal players sitting there and we have a need at, call it linebacker, well, we'll probably take the linebacker over, whatever, the offensive lineman or the, or the corner or but that was important to us. So look, it fell that way. It really did. And we did not think he would fall to us like that. We were hopeful, but we didn't think he would. But we want to take the best player in that position is what we wanted to do. So we were prepared now to take a receiver. I mean, we had no problem with that. And if he was the best one on the board because Sewell was gone, we would have taken him, no problem.
Yeah.
We're going to get back to Dan Campbell in a second, but before we do, I want to talk to you guys about Shady Rays. I'm rocking my Shady Rays right now. It's sunglass season. Sunglasses are one of the many things being back in addition to every other thing that's back right now. You got spring weather, you got longer days, so you need the official shades of Part of My Take. Those are Shady Rays. That's what I'm wearing right now. It's what I'm wearing all summer. And if you lose or break your Shady Rays, they send you a free pair. It's the best year-round warranty in the business. Plus, you can get 35% off your entire order when you go to shadyrays.com. Use promo code PMT35. You can stock up on high-quality polarized sunglasses for the trips to the lake, for a much-needed extended vacation. You can also try their blue light glasses. It's their hottest collection. You can get the PMT fan-favorite style, the classic timber, but you can substitute the blue light blocking lenses for the indoors and the outdoors We love Shady Rays. We're wearing them all year round, but especially in the summertime. And again, they have that best warranty. If you lose or you break your shades for any reason, they will replace them with a brand new pair. It's almost like they never left your face. If you want to stock up on Shady Rays for the warm weather, now is the best time to do it. Best deal of the season. Go to shadyrays.com. Use promo code PMT35. Get 35% off your entire order. When you shop with promo code PMT35, you can get a pair of polarized shades for as low as $31. Redeemable only at shadyrays.com. Promo code PMT35. And now, more Dan Campbell.
Is it true that you had your appendix burst on a flight and you just like kind of ate that pain, didn't say a word, and then casually went to the hospital once you landed?
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's not.
yeah.
It's not like my gut. It's not like my guts blew open or something, and it's like, you know. No, I had anybody's had an appendix understands it's weird, man. It's an awkward feeling. You feel like you got a little stomach ache. It starts that way, and then you're like, man, I got diarrhea, and then it's like, no, I've just got a bad stomach cramp, and it's all this stuff, and it got worse and it got worse. I'm on the plane and I'm sweating, and I go and I force myself to throw up, and so you're just trying to fight it a little bit. And
you tried to puke your appendix out.
Exactly. I'm like, man, this thing's got to come out one way or another, right?
Yeah.
It's not coming out the back end; it's going to come out my throat. But so you go through the whole thing, and it just got worse. And we landed, and so I went by the trainers and I just told them, I said, hey, give me something to knock me out so I can wake up in the morning and be ready to roll for the conditioning test. And so they gave me something and took it, and I was out for about 2 hours, and I woke up and it was, it was worse. And so they got me to the hospital and ended up, it had whatever. I mean, ruptured is a very strong word. But I guess that's what they call it. But it's good. It got caught early. It's no big deal. Everybody, dude, plenty of people have had an appendix. It's not like I got shot or something and lost my leg. So
yeah, but you tried to puke it out. You tried to sleep it off. That's a football guy. That's a football guy move.
I don't know about that, dude.
Yeah.
Try to walk it off. Sometimes you can try to sweat it out too.
Yeah, you go to a sauna or something.
You just sit and you get uncomfortable for a while.
I like it.
Are you always
like when you grew up like I did, and when we did, it was everything was about putting dirt on it, or toughen up, throw some dirt on it, or go wash it off, or whatever. And so that's just kind of it is what it is. But it was fine. It's no big deal.
You should actually have a jar of dirt in the training facility there. So like on their way out, they rub some dirt on it. Or if they got like a bad scratch, just have somebody put some dirt on it, see if it makes them feel better. I feel like that you got to zig while everybody else zags a little bit. And last time we were up in Detroit, we sat with your predecessor, Matt Patrician. We gave him some ideas about just some small motivational tactics that you can use around the facility. I don't think he implemented any of them, unfortunately for him. But I feel like you might be into some of those. And my favorite one that we had was you have a taxidermied sheep that just sits in the entrance to the Lions facility, and players aren't allowed to look at it because Lions, they don't concern themselves with the opinions of sheep. So when they just walk past it, you look away from it, and it teaches you, like, be a lion. I feel like that's something that you might enjoy. Also, we said heavier weights in the locker room.
I actually like that. That's actually pretty good, man. I'm not lying to you. That's pretty good.
Between that and rubbing dirt on your wounds in the training room, I feel like we're cooking with gas here a little bit.
I think it was also as simple as, I think when you walk in the facility, there's just a big picture of a kicker. Is that right? Remember?
Yeah.
There was.
Yeah.
So let's just fix that. It should just be
Put a sheep
linebacker.
there.
Yeah.
Or a sheep.
Yeah. Yeah.
We can do that.
Yeah.
That's actually not a bad idea. I'll tell you what I would really love to do just in general, and I've talked to Sheila about this. I don't think we're going to be able to do it, but I would love to literally just have a pet lion.
Yes.
Just a legit pet lion on a chain, a big-ass chain, and he really is my pet. We just walk around the building. We go out to practice. We're in 7-on-7. We're behind the kicker when he's kicking. We're just – there we are.
On the sidelines, yeah.
Yeah, you should. What you should do is you should get two of them and put them on each sideline and just teach the guys not to go out of bounds. Don't avoid contact.
And on command, you could train him, like if one of your groups isn't doing well, you could just take him over to their section and just have him take a dump right there in the middle of where their section is at. and then bring him on back. I mean,
Yes.
think about it. Be outstanding.
Before the game, you could walk the Lions up and down the opponent's sideline and have them pee and poop all over the sideline, and then they have to deal with that all game.
Yeah.
That would be outstanding. We're going somewhere. The problem, I don't know if Pete is going to allow that. It's gonna be hard.
I don't think so.
We though, we would take great care of it. It would be fed well. It would be petted. It would be manicured. I might end up losing an arm because of it, but that would be even better, because it would validate this is a creature now. This is an animal. This is from the wild.
Would you give up an arm just to motivate your team?
Ooh,
possibly.
For Super Bowl. If I said, Dan Campbell, you are going to win a Super Bowl in Detroit.
Yes.
There it is. One arm.
Yes.
That your move, Mike Vrabel. Yeah. Okay. All right. So arm to a lion for a Super Bowl. I like this. I have an analytics question for you. We just had head coach Brandon Staley on from the Chargers. He passed. Let's see how you do. You're down 14. There's 4 minutes left in the game. You go in to score. Are you going for 1 or 2?
Am I going for 1 or 2? All right. This is just purely analytics. Has nothing to do with the way the game's going.
Correct.
Nothing like that.
Just numbers.
Yep, just numbers. Analytics would tell you to go for 2.
Yep. And you would say go for 2?
No, I would say go for 1.
What?
That's Danalytics.
Oh, man. I will absolutely blast you for that.
Let him explain. What's your reason?
Well, without knowing exactly what's going on, if you're just telling me I'm behind 14, I mean, I get the fact that, look, if you go for 2, you get it. Well, look, you're sitting real good now. All right, there's no problem. But if you don't get it, now you got to go for 2 just to get a tie back.
Correct. Right.
You know what I mean? So but yet if you at a minimum you're going to kick an extra point and you're going to be sitting there and you're going to have at a minimum a tie game, it just.
But if
me, I'm good with it.
If you're over 50% going for 2, and you get it the first time, you win the game with an extra point. And if you don't get it the first time, the analytics will say you'll get it the second time. I'm not gonna. I will criticize you if you do this. If you make this mistake.
And here's what I would say. Like, I got no problem with that, and I get that you get 2 shots at it if you're down by 14, and here we go, man. So now you get 2 cracks at it. You go for 2. I would rather kick the extra point, and now I'm at the end of the game. And where are we at? Are we worn out? Are we tired? And let's go for 2 then.
I like that.
I get the whole. I get the whole. Wait a minute, man. You only got 1 crack at it now. You don't get it, you lose. But yet, I get it, and I know the numbers, man. I understand all that, and I'm not telling you that I'm off of that and that I don't listen to any of that crap, because I have. My eyes have been open to some of this analytics, and I'm not opposed to any of that. It doesn't mean we won't use it, but my God, tell me where we're at in the game. Tell me, how's our defense playing? How's our offense? I know we're down 14, but is that 14-0? I mean, is that Aaron Donald over there? Is that? I just think that sometimes that plays into it. That's all. I get it.
I actually, I disagree with it, but I respect the fact that you're like, I would rather go for 2 when it means more and you have a chance to either win or lose the game at the very end. I kind of like that. That's manalytics.
Right. Look, I know from the numbers, if you're doing the number, well, that's idiotic, because if you were going to do that, why not go for it twice? Because you get 2 opportunities, and you're right. The odds would say that if you don't get it this time, you'll get it the next time. And now, guess what? You still got a tie.
Yeah.
I get it. I just, there again.
Here's
look, let me say this.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Let me say this, Dan, is I've come miles away, or miles forward from where I used to think about this stuff. I did. I was very turned off on some of this stuff about 5 years ago.
No way.
I know, it's shocking, believe me. But man, we used, we began to trend into some of this stuff with Sean and at New Orleans, and I get it, man. I get all that, and I know there's a place for it. I think you got to be careful, man.
Yeah.
There's still a human element to it. There's still a tough element to it. There's still, tell me what the game is like, what's going on, who you playing against, who's the quarterback. That's all.
I totally agree with you there. I do think that there's sometimes it becomes like playing a game on a spreadsheet, and we know that's not how football is played. And I actually agree. Like, as long as you're not closed-minded, which you're not, I think there's a perfect blend there somewhere where you use the analytics, but you also say, hey, football is sometimes just lining up and beating the guy in front of you. Do you have a timeout guy?
Do I have a timeout guy? Actually, it's funny because there's a couple of guys that are here on staff that we've been going through this stuff right now. We actually had one here that just left to go to New England who was pretty dang good.
Okay, because I'm just going to tell you, as you know, you obviously were coaching as an interim in Miami, but the easiest way to criticize a coach is for them to screw up their timeouts. That's because we're dumb, and when we see someone screw up their timeouts, we're like, oh, we could do that, even though we can't. So I'm just telling you, maybe get a timeout guy.
No, I will. And I'll tell you that when we're getting ready to play the Bears, you're going to be working for me.
No. Listen,
I know you're going to be rooting for us.
No, I am. So Jared Goff is a very good friend. I want Jared to do well, but I think there's Thanksgiving. I think Thanksgiving we're going to have a game. So
we are.
I might have to go check out my friends Superfan and Detroit Don in the end zone, who are legendary. You got to meet them. You got to do a little fan outreach with Detroit Don and Superfan.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Look, I'm gonna do everything I can to get out, get in the open, communicate, because I do, man. I want them to have some pride back in this community and this city, and see if we can build a winner, man. You know, it's been too long.
Yeah,
it's been way too long.
Have you thought about what your Thanksgiving day is going to look like? Because that's got to be different from every year in the past. Like every Thanksgiving, hopefully for a long time, you're going to be working. So have you planned out, like, have you thought I'm going to have my meal on Wednesday night or I'm going to have a snack on Thursday morning?
Eric, I'm way ahead of you. Here's the beauty, man. I played 3 years at Dallas and I played 3 years in Detroit, you know, here, or was part of that. And so I get the whole Thanksgiving deal, and actually I love it, man. There's nothing better than a Thursday game, okay, the early game on Thanksgiving particular, man. And so it's beautiful. We always do Friday, man. Friday is when you do the Thanksgiving dinner, and you kind of got the weekend to, like, recover, recoup, and that's an easy, man, no-brainer there.
I like that. Going from analytics to more of the traditional Dan Campbell approach to physical football, because at the end of the day, football is a physical sport. If you're stronger than the other guy, you have a better chance of winning. Should the need arise, do you think that you are ready to physically engage any other head coach in the NFL?
No. I mean, that's not even, you know, I don't even think about that. So, no. Now, I mean, let's just say something crazy happens and somebody wants to come up and punch me in the face. Yeah, I'll be prepared. But I don't intend on taking anybody on. No, that's not my intention. So
let's just say there's a burning building and your team's inside, and Mike Vrabel's standing at the doorway trying to block you from going in and saving.
I've known Braves for years, dude. Braves and I played against each other. I've known him for years. It's funny because this has come up a couple of times, and so I'm not even getting into that.
He's the best. I'm not even
going to entertain that.
Okay,
thought.
Fair. He's the best. We're big fans of him. All right, my last question, because I know you have to go, and we appreciate your time. This has been awesome. I saw a quote. You're gonna flush the turds out of the Lions roster. Now, I'm not asking to name names.
Oh, if I said flush the turds, I don't know if I remember.
Maybe
that.
not. You have no room for turds. So don't name names, because it's obviously there's a, you know, that time will come when you have to make cuts. But what exactly qualifies a turd on a roster?
Yeah, I think those are here's the beauty. When I made that, and I think what I said was that we don't want any turds here. Mm-hmm. That's what I was saying. So that was not alluding to, well, you know what, we've got turds on this roster from previous. We don't. I'm going to be honest with you. Here's what a turd is. A turd is somebody that's constantly getting in trouble off the field. He does not love football. He's not very smart, doesn't care about studying. He's not a team guy. All right. He's got major ego problems.
Talking about Billy
that's
football.
A turd.
Mm-hmm.
That's a football turd, man.
I love it.
I don't deal with it. It's not worth it. And so that's what I meant. And I'm telling you, the roster, when we walked in, you know, I will say Bob Quinn and Patricia did a damn good job with who they brought in, because really there are good guys here. We don't have any of those guys. I mean, there's not somebody – a lot of times when these happen and, man, a team hasn't had success, you walk in and you're like, man, this guy's a problem. This guy's a problem. Now, is there things just like any other team, man, you start from the beginning and you see what you have here and what you can lean on. And yes, but those guys are we don't have turds, man. We don't. They did a good job with that.
Okay,
Right,
good
beautiful.
answer.
I just have one last thing. It's a 3-word answer on your part. If you could just list your 3 favorite rock bands of all time. We call you Dan Terra, but I don't know if they crack into your top 5 or not. But I was curious who your 3 goats are.
Okay. Yeah, that's okay. And certainly we're saying Metallica's rock, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
We're
yes.
saying they're metal.
Yeah, metal
Which is-
and rock both included in this.
Okay, cool. All right. So I would say Metallica would probably be number 1 for me. I would probably say Lynyrd Skynyrd would be 2.
All right.
And I would say 3, man, golly. I teeter between. It's probably going to have to be AC/DC if I'm just being honest with you.
What was the teeter between?
There's about 3 of them.
Go list them. I want to know. I mean, all these bands rule.
All right, look, Led Zeppelin would be 1.
Yep.
Okay, that's another one. That's a hard one between Led Zeppelin and AC/DC. Look, Pantera would be up there. All right.
Yep.
But totally different.
Are you a Queens of the Stone Age guy at all?
I'm not saying I'm not a fan,
Okay.
but they're not in the top of my list. That's all.
Got it. I just figured, that's a band, like, if you put that on in the gym, everyone's lifting a lot more weight. That happens.
Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
Look, I like Iron Maiden. Look, I even like Megadeth, if I'm being honest with you. I know he's spliced.
Yeah.
All right. I do, man. I thought Dave Mustaine did some good stuff, man. It was a tough role, but I thought, man, he's got some good stuff, but it's all good, man.
I broke my finger trying to learn the solo to Freebird. I've been practicing it for the last 4 months. I think my body finally gave out on me. So I don't know how I'm going to be able to do it, but I think I thought that might be something that you'd appreciate. Somebody that just straight up smashed their finger on their guitar, just snapped last night.
I do appreciate that, man, because I know I do come from a musical family, although it skipped me. But I do love listening to music. But so I appreciate the grind of trying to get a song, man, and trying to hit a solo, and especially that one is pretty good, man.
It'll get there.
Yeah. All right, Coach, this has been awesome. We appreciate it. Best of luck, except for when you play the Bears. Also, please take care of our best friend, Jared Goff. We do love him dearly. So thank you, though, and hopefully we'll talk some other time.
Sounds good. Dan, Eric, man, you guys have a good one. I appreciate it.
All right,
Great
thanks
to meet
so
you,
much.
Coach.
All right, have a good one.
Thanks,
See you,
Coach.
man. Dan Campbell is brought to you by our great friends over at Norton 360 with LifeLock. It seems like every day, everywhere, practically everyone is connected on their devices. In fact, the average person was connected almost 7 hours per day last year, and 64% of adults admit to taking online risks for convenience. Maybe somebody sent you an email that's advertising to see pictures of a Kansas City Chiefs bartender. You smash that link, next thing you know, you can't buy gas in Seattle. Well, there's a lot to the digital life that can put you at risk. That's why Norton 360 with LifeLock makes it easy to help keep it safe with device security to help block hackers from devices. You get a VPN for online privacy and LifeLock identity theft protection to help you keep what's yours, yours. No one can prevent all cybercrime. No one can stop all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses. But with the all-in-one protection of Norton 360 with LifeLock, you can be less worried about becoming another stat. Save 25% or more off your first year when you go to norton.com/PMT. That's norton.com/PMT. Save 25%.
Okay, we're going to wrap up with a quick Monday reading.
2 things real quick.
Yes.
One, you might have noticed in the interview that Dan Campbell referred to me multiple times as my dead brother's name.
Yeah.
I just want to say he's the only person that's allowed to do that. Only
so alpha.
Real alphas know when to concede,
Yes.
and I have conceded that Dan may call me that name, but nobody else can.
Yes.
It's just for him. And
It was shocking.
It was right off the bat, came in hot.
It's the most alpha thing I've ever witnessed
Yeah.
in all the interviews we've ever done.
Yeah, incredible.
I don't know a moment where someone has just dropped their nuts on the table harder than that.
Ever. The second thing is we have now up in the Barstool Sports store, I think one of our favorite T-shirts that we've ever come up with. It's Iron Maiden T-shirts, and they're fucking sick. Just
I can't personally endorse, but you should buy them if you're a Lions fan.
Yeah, and they also
it has a dead bear on it.
They like the design so
I
much.
don't like
I
it.
think they made posters of them too. So we'll have to send a bunch up to Detroit.
Yeah. Also, another programming note: Chaps will be on our show on Wednesday for roasts. He's back in the office. We haven't seen him in a year plus. It's going to be great to see him. His eye is fixed.
We don't know that.
Well, no, because there's a little misconception going around. Chaps, people thought Chaps didn't come to the office for a year and a half because of coronavirus. He actually didn't even know coronavirus was happening. He just didn't come to the office because his eye looked so shitty. So he finally got it cleared up, and it did coincide with the vaccines rolling out.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be confusing, but it's really just his eye. So that was the real medical emergency this last year and a half, Chap's eye. But he's back. Roast. If you want to leave a roast, you have to leave a 5-star review, and then in the comments, you roast us, and we will pick out the best ones, and Chaps will read them to us. Yes? Yes. All right. Little Monday reading. This is not as much of a reading as it is a discussion. So this is a poll that was done. Where was this done?
So it was
YouGov.
on YouGov, yeah.
That sounds official.
They asked
They
asked a bunch of people questions. It's 34 different animals, including humans, and you pit them against each other to see which Americans think is the mightiest.
Well, okay, so that was one part of it, but I thought the most interesting part was it was man versus beast.
Yeah,
So if you keep scrolling down,
there's a second part of the survey. Yeah,
animals fighting each other, I think, has been done. I guess all this has been done, but it's fun to see the actual statistics. So you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go through the animals versus the animals. They basically came out that the elephant and the rhinoceros were the top dogs.
Mm-hmm.
What I don't understand about this, what was the exact science behind it?
Is a single hornet on there?
No, but they
What?
didn't take into account that animals could be allergic to bees, and so a sting from a mighty hornet would fell even the largest bull elephant.
I like this line from them. Of course, geography and morality get in the way of ever knowing for sure. Thanks. That must have been the Michael Vick clause there.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
Morality is subjective, okay?
Yeah.
So what you might think is brutal, I might think is fucking sweet.
But a new YouGov study provides the next best thing, the views of the U.S. public. Our survey puts 34 different animals, including humans, against one another to see which Americans think is the mightiest. We showed people 7 random pairings of animals from the list and asked them which of the two they thought would win in a fight. Animals are ranked by their win percentage. That is, how often Americans thought that animal would win in a head-to-head matchup when it was one of the two animals shown. The results showed that the elephant wears the crown in the animal kingdom, but only slightly. Elephants had a win rate of 74%, just fractions of a percent ahead of their single-horned cousins, the rhinoceros.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like how they did this, though.
Rhinoceri.
Because it has, like, the goose is 14%, but that means, like, the goose going up against... I want to know how many people thought a goose could beat an elephant. Is there one?
No, but there are probably some that thought that the goose could beat like
an ostrich,
a walrus,
a chimpanzee.
If it was on land, maybe
Yeah.
I would give, or in the air. If it was in midair, like falling out, if you threw a walrus out of an airplane and then threw a goose out of an airplane, I think the goose would just survive by not hitting the ground.
Yeah.
Actually, the goose should be number one.
I fucking hate geese.
I saw Operation Dumbo drop. An elephant can survive that too. But
gooses,
geese,
goosers. There's a new fucking family of gooses
Guy.
by my house, and I want to punt them.
Family of Guy.
Is that bad to say? Can you
guy?
say that?
No, because geese are, I think, universally hated.
Yeah,
I think
okay.
there's certain
I would like to
seasons
kick
when
them
you
in
can
the
say
head.
it.
Yeah.
Right now is the season.
Yeah.
I want to kick them all in the head.
Once people get out on the golf course and start having to interact with geese on a regular
Right.
basis, then the sentiment of humans against geese turns swiftly towards kill them
Right.
all.
You missed the window. October 1st through April 15th.
There was a goose.
What does that mean?
Or a geese.
That's goose hunting season.
That's goose hunting season.
Oh.
That like did the hiss towards Stella one time, and I almost went full punt. I would do that.
Yeah.
If a goose went after my dog, I'd punt the goose.
Geese are underrated dicks. They're
kick
the
him right in
biggest
the neck.
assholes of the animal kingdom.
and squash his neck. All right, so that's the poll. This is the more interesting poll, the man versus beast. And this is where the discussion will start. What if an unarmed human was one of our respondents themselves?
Does that mean like not with a weapon or no arms? That makes a difference to me. An unarmed.
I'm going to go no weapons.
Okay.
has the arms. We took a further selection of animals and asked Americans if they thought they could triumph in a battle against them without weaponry. There it is. The results show that Americans aren't confident in their abilities. Most Americans are convinced they could beat a rat, a house cat. 69% only think they could beat a house cat.
Yeah,
That's you know what? That's a problem with American pride. We need some fucking propaganda machine being like, hey, you see that cat in the bodega? You could beat it up. No, you are strong enough, bro.
Well, I also think that it some people probably think allergies. Some people get in a room with a cat that can't breathe.
That's true.
A baby,
like
for
me.
example, don't let your baby in the same room as a cat.
Steal its breath.
Yeah. So, but it also breaks it down by gender.
Yeah. So all right. So here's where we're gonna go.
Only 64% of women think that they could beat up a house cat.
Yeah.
74% of dudes think that they can.
So
pull it
let's
off.
let's go from the bottom up, and we'll discuss and anyone object, please say it out loud. All right. So rat is the bottom. 68% of women think they can beat a rat. 76% of men. That's crazy. That should be 100-100. Dude,
yeah.
you can fucking kill a rat.
I've tried to kill a rat before and failed.
No, but if the rat was coming at you and they were
in an
fighting,
octagon?
yeah, you would kill the rat.
The only way that a rat could kill me is if it was like in that movie where they put it underneath a pot and then put a flamethrower on the pot and the rat burrowed into me.
Yeah,
That's
such a ugh.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I think like 1-on-1 in an octagon, I would defeat a rat easily.
Yes, house cat, kill it.
Yeah, I might just do that for fun.
That's not even. By the way, that's not like Tony Scheffler's cat. That's not Scout. Scout's not a house cat.
It's a barn cat.
That's a barn cat.
Yeah, this is a house.
A barn
cat.
cat's a different animal. A house cat means that cat's drinking milk. That cat's sleeping in beds. That cat's sleeping in the windowsill. That cat is fucking scratching on the sofa. Like that cat is a fucking total prima donna.
So I don't like
I don't know.
house.
Some house cats are demons.
I don't like house cats though because they act like they're the shit. They act like they're super tough and that they can like they're the divas of the house. They think that they control everything. But the bottom line is they rely on humans for everything.
Correct.
Like, I am the alpha around a cat. If I want to kill the cat, I just put the tuna fish away.
Yeah.
And then guess what? You're going to die eventually.
No, but they would live for a while. But yes,
Yeah.
cats can go forever.
They can.
They never die. Do you see that video? There was like a fire in Chicago, and the cat jumped out of like it was probably like 12 stories and just bounced and kept on running.
Yeah, cat.
was crazy.
Listen, don't get me wrong. I like a select amount of cats, but it's preposterous to think that you couldn't defeat one. Even though I did see there was a video today of a cat that chased off a coyote,
Yeah,
and that's
Fuck.
another case of a cat not knowing the limitations.
That's just that's boldness.
Yeah.
All right,
R.I.P. Bernie.
goose, 51% women, 71% men think they could beat up a goose. I don't. Is there something I'm missing with geese?
They're just aggressive. They're just dicks.
Yeah, but if I choose to be just as aggressive, I think I would beat it every time.
Yeah, all you have to do, you just make yourself look big. And geese are dumb as shit. They'll be like, "Oh my, that's a really big bird that's walking towards me. I better submit to it." And then you just kill it.
You know what I would do? I'd grab the goose by the fucking head and I'd Bo Jackson bat over my knee, right on its neck.
snap its neck?
Snap its neck.
I like that.
And spit on it.
I actually think it would be very satisfying to just punch a goose in the throat.
Yes, absolutely.
And they have teeth too, so if you punch it
on their tongue.
yeah, if you punched it, imagine punching a goose right in its mouth and its teeth fly out. It's like beak stays there,
Yeah.
but you like knock its mouth.
That would be
out.
sick. I'd love to kill a goose. Love. We're gonna skip dog.
Yep.
All right. Both medium and large size. That's just a fucked up question. to
Don't
ask.
don't even
Why would
put that
you
on the
ask
list.
that? That's so fucked up. Give me a house
Why would
cat.
you-
I'll fucking strangle a house
Why
cat.
would I ever want to
Yeah.
do anything to a dog besides pet it?
boop
lovingly?
it? Yeah. Oh, maybe boop it to death.
Yeah. Smother to death with kisses.
Boop it to death over 16 years.
I'm gonna
of
love you to death. Yeah.
All right, eagle. This is where it gets tricky. 38% men, 23% women. I think I could take an eagle.
I'd give an eagle a fair shot because by the way, 38% that's too low. It's more people should think that they could beat an eagle. The only way that an eagle is able to beat you is if it comes down and gets a good shot on your eyes right away.
What if it just
It blinds you.
It does have like sick ass talons, so I guess it could just decapitate you.
It's got a sharp beak. No, an eagle can't decapitate you.
Now, the unarmed part makes it tough. Like, could I take off my shoe and throw it at the eagle? Is you get the eagle to the ground, you win.
Yeah, because now it's playing on your level.
Right.
Yeah, and it's your own environment. I think that you can't throw a shoe. You just basically have to try to grab it before it grabs you. So the move would be to jump up in the air and to grab it like you're mossing nature. And you just grab it and then you slam it on the ground.
Smother it.
And then all of a sudden it's like, I'm going to have to exert all my energy trying to take off now. While it's trying to do that, just boom, stamp him on his head.
If I sat on an eagle, would I kill it?
Yeah.
Okay, so then I think I'd beat
For
an
sure,
eagle.
yeah.
So yeah, I just got to get to the ground. Then I just fucking power
Gotta get
bomb
the upper
it.
head.
Yokozuna.
Yep.
Okay. King Cobra, 23% men, 8% women.
I think I could beat a king cobra.
Absolutely, dude.
It's on the ground.
It's like, stomp it.
Yeah.
What?
The grip strength, once it gets you circled up.
That's
No,
the
you're
anaconda.
thinking of an anaconda.
You're thinking of a
Same
You're thinking of
thing.
J-Lo's
constricting
butt,
snake.
bonk.
No, all snakes.
Not all snakes.
I could beat a king cobra.
I think I could too because
What if one around your neck?
it doesn't
No,
wrap
it
you up.
bites you,
Hank.
dude.
It bites you, and then the venom gets you. But here's what I would do: I would simply let it bite me, and then after it was like latched on, then you just strangle it.
Right,
It's
and
got the
hope it
world's,
doesn't kill you.
It's got the
But it's
world's
actually-
largest neck, and then after it's dead, then I go to the hospital. I'm like, hey, cobra fight.
Well, and also this is technically like if you kill the cobra first, but you die after,
Yeah,
you
you
still
win. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
It-
So yeah,
it should be 100%.
It's 100% win.
100% win rate.
It's
yeah.
not 100% survive, but
No.
it's 100% win.
But if you don't die first,
Right.
then you're good. Then you're the guy that killed the king cobra.
Yes, chimpanzee.
0%. You remember
So-
that chimp that,
I was
ripped
gonna-
off the hands
yeah,
and the face?
Yeah. I was gonna say, but that's different though. A chimpanzee in the wild versus a chimpanzee that like a crazy suburban person puts into clothes and like diapers and stuff. That chimpanzee has just been emasculated and wants to rip everyone's face off. A wild chimpanzee, I think I could take it.
You think a wild chimpanzee would actually be more friendly?
I'd be like, hey,
they'd-
come talk
They'd
to me.
swing over to you and like give you a banana?
Yeah, and then I just
and
be like,
hang out?
oh, bash
I don't know.
your skull.
I think there's 0% chance I could beat a chimpanzee.
I'd say chimpanzee is where I'm starting to get 50-50.
Because they're... How big is a chimp?
Give us a chimp.
I
wish we had
if I'm
I wish we had
twice,
an expert or something.
if I'm twice the size of a
who knew
chimpanzee, I
about
think
all
I
these
can take it.
animals.
But I think the smartest chimpanzee in the world...
The length is 2.3 to 2.7 feet. The mass is 75 to 130 pounds.
Okay, so I
Dude,
outweigh it by a
that's
significant
2
amount.
point. Wait, how many? How far?
2.3 to 2.7 feet.
No, I would kill this thing.
I also think that you could trick a chimpanzee. They're smart enough to
Give
be
it a
able
cigarette.
to be tricked.
Yeah.
Give it all the cigarettes it wants
3
until
to 5.5.
20 years later
Yeah.
it gets lung cancer.
Right,
Seems like there's a bunch of
Owned.
ranges.
Yeah.
but no one taller than like 5 or 6 feet. I would assume.
Hank, you got any thoughts on chimps?
I would take one down.
So wait, you'd get.
I hate snakes. I've always hated snakes.
Okay, you're like Indiana Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've just been terrified of snakes ever since Harry Potter 2.
Yeah, Neville Longbottom with the sword.
Do you too, Jake?
No, I was talking about the scene.
But are you afraid of snakes?
No, I read the books, Jake. I didn't.
Jake, are you terrified?
I've just never thought.
Uh,
They're kind of crazy. Yeah,
They don't even concern you though. But Hank is deathly afraid of them. Interesting.
No, I never said that.
This is our way, PFT and I, our way of reestablishing ourselves as alphas of this podcast. Because you
As you
guys
should be.
would not be able to take any of these animals.
No, Jake.
Where we can confidently, PFT's smash an eagle technique is foolproof.
Jake, you do not get to do that. You do not get to tell me who is the
An
alpha
alpha
on
knows
this
when to
pod.
concede.
I know what you're doing right now, Jake. I will not accept your concession.
17% of people, men said they could beat a kangaroo, and
Easy.
11% said, or women said they could beat a kangaroo. I think I could take a kangaroo.
I've seen that video where Deli steps up because his dog is being attacked. The kangaroo was trying to defeat the dog, and the guy goes and he squares up, punches him in the jaw.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy.
A kangaroo is like it's like an old timey fighter. Like I could beat up a boxer from like 1850.
Right. Kangaroos, they don't
I
know.
just move laterally.
They don't know how to compete against us modern fighters with their new techniques and mixed martial arts.
Yeah,
they could beat up like the
Yes.
logo for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
Yes.
A kangaroo could beat that guy up because that's what it's trained for.
What was the old game? The fucking
Punch Out?
Yeah, no, the two things in the middle.
Rock and stop,
and robots.
robots.
yeah.
Yes.
That's what a
exactly
kangaroo
what a
does.
They
kangaroo
have a
does.
life-size version of Dave and Buster's.
Whoa!
Oh my god, we got to go.
Holy shit!
I would simply jujitsu the kangaroo to death.
Yeah, I would leg sweep it then I would use a little Steven Seagal karate, and I would put it to sleep, and then I'd kill it.
Actually, you know what I would do? That looks
Kangaroos
awesome,
are
by
so
the way.
big.
But
Give me
not
a
all
size
of them.
check.
Not all of them.
Size check it.
You're thinking of that swole kangaroo. That's very clear. Bob Baffert's
You're
kangaroo.
thinking
that's
about the
jacked up.
movie of what is it called?
Kangaroo
I
Jack.
went to
Kangaroo
Aust-
Jack.
when I was like 15.
Jerry O'Connell.
Yeah, great film.
When I was 15, I went to visit my brother in Australia who's studying abroad, and I was like, oh, I'm going to pet a kangaroo. They're everywhere. We saw them. We're in the hotel. They're literally in the parking
You're
lot.
15.
And I'm like, all right, I'm going to pet one, like, whatever. They're literally everywhere, like squirrels. And once you see them in person, you realize how fucking big they are, and then all they have to do is just jump up and kick you in the chest, and you're dead.
It sounds not
wouldn't
that
let him
different
kick
from
me.
your fantasy of catching a fish with your bare hands.
Yeah.
When once you actually confront the wildlife, you'll chicken out again.
Hank, if a kangaroo's
if I had to pet it, I would have.
let me ask you a question. If a kangaroo went to kick you in the chest and you grabbed his leg, what does he do then?
His legs are so powerful.
What
that
does
you
he do then if
still
you grab
kicks
his
you.
leg?
He kicks out of it.
You know what I would do?
Yeah, I would jump in his fucking pouch and
Yeah.
then uppercut him from underneath.
From inside of him.
Yeah.
Just like be sitting in his pouch, punching his abs, body shot him to death. Or what you do, you just run around behind him real quick, grab his tail, and then you start swinging him in a circle by his tail.
Yeah, just
and then he
throw
gets
him
dizzy, and then
like the discus.
Do you think that kangaroos would come back like a boomerang? Like if you
Yeah.
threw it, it'd go like
Yes.
20 feet and turn around in midair?
Yes, absolutely.
Probably.
A large male can be 6'7" and weigh up to 200 pounds.
Well, I could take a kangaroo. I weigh more. And height, yeah, he's a little bit taller. But he wouldn't stand up straight.
But he's too skinny. I still feel like that.
I got the weight. Yeah. And I probably got the reach. What are their arms aren't, they don't have good wingspans.
No, they're like T-Rexes.
Right. So I got reach and weight. Easy. All right, next up is a wolf. I think that's just too adjacent to
It's
a dog.
very similar to a dog, but
I think I could take it.
I don't know. They cut to black in the last scene of The Gray with Liam Neeson.
We're going to beat everyone.
So I don't know. A wolf, I think I could beat a wolf. Here's the technique. You want to know the technique?
Yeah.
You wrap your arm, you take off your shirt, because you're allowed to have clothes on, right?
Yeah.
You take off your shirt, you wrap your shirt around your arm, then you hold your arm out in front of the wolf. It bites onto your arm, it latches on, then you just kick it in the balls.
No, you just grab its windpipe and snap it.
Just with your fingers?
Yep. Just like that. Done.
Do you think that wolves are too trusting? Where you could like lure a wolf in and like you would a dog and like let it smell the back of your hand?
Remember what was the book? Iron Will.
No.
White Fang.
Yeah.
White Fang.
You could
That
also,
was a great book and movie.
You could also with a wolf grab it by the scruff of its neck. And then it doesn't get like basically hypnotized at that
Yep,
point.
that's true.
It thinks that you're its mom.
Who wrote White Fang? Was it Gary Paulson?
Jack London, I think.
Jack London. I was a big Gary Paulson guy. The Hatchet.
Jack London, yep.
Jack London. Call of the Wild too, right?
All right, so the next up is, this is, people are going to now say that this is ridiculous. Crocodile is 10% think they could beat a crocodile, male, 8% women. I actually think I'd have more trouble with the cobra than I would a crocodile.
Right. It's at foot level, so it's perfect kicking. Yeah, I would just sprint directly at the crocodile and kick it.
I would just run around it to its back and then just fucking get him from behind. He can't move laterally.
Right.
Like if you're telling me I'm swimming, yes, a crocodile would beat me in the pool.
Easily. Drag you under the death roll.
But we're just out on the fucking lawn.
Yep.
I'm just like, hey, crocodile. I just do a big roundabout run. He slowly tries to move. I hop on its back, and then, again, windpipe trick, done.
Also, crocodiles are stupid as shit. They're basically dinosaurs. They've got a tiny little brain. I think it's actually easier than all this. You see a crocodile, you run directly at it, you simply jump over its head and land with a double leg foot smash right on its back. A crocodile can't like raise up on its hind legs. You just jump over its mouth, smash its neck, smash its back, just like with your feet. You just land on them like a surfboard.
Yeah.
It's very easy to defeat a crocodile.
Yes, easy.
Happy Gilmore took down an alligator to get his ball.
Yeah, that's true. Exactly. All right, last three are grizzly bear. I'll give a grizzly bear. I'll say the grizzly bear will win.
Yeah, easily.
Lion would win. Elephant, I have some questions.
Well, so it's interesting. Let's not skip over the lion just yet. Because
No, lion would beat you up.
No, because this one's interesting. This is the only one where a higher percentage of women than men said that they could defeat the animal. Every other one, I think women are more realistic.
Right.
You can probably like guess by listening to us talk about how we defeat these animals. But 8% of women think that they could beat a lion. Which, by the way,
7%.
I want to meet the 8% of women that think they could take down a lion. I don't know why that is. It because like the female lions are the hunters?
No, I think it really is just dudes filling out this survey. Most dudes are doing it like we're doing it, and they're like, well, I got to give one animal a win.
And they all went to lion?
Yeah, right. So it really should be 9% male, 8% female.
Or it probably is just based on the most recent animated movie that they've watched featuring any of these animals.
Right. All right, so elephant. If an elephant falls down, can it get back up?
I don't know.
Yeah, they sleep.
You sure?
They sleep
What about
on
on their back?
sides?
What about on their back? Like, what if I turtle an elephant?
You couldn't push one over.
I'm not asking to push one over. I'm saying, what if I turtle an elephant? Just answer that question first.
You could not turtle an elephant. Answer the question of how first?
Okay. I'd grab his fucking tail and I'd pull on it. That would hurt.
It'd be annoying. It would probably kick. I think that
It would kick you like 30 feet.
No.
I think elephants are another case of an animal being so smart that you can trick it.
Yeah.
So you could probably get an elephant really dizzy just by running in circles around it. Or you could make it fall in love with you, probably.
Yeah, probably. I'm going to say elephant 50-50 shot.
I think that's fair. It might be a bit ambitious.
What if you just went up and just took a bite out of the elephant?
If you started just eating it?
Yeah.
I think the best technique would actually be to pretend that you're a baby elephant and just like go try to get some milk. And elephants are so nice. I've actually seen videos of elephants raising other animals. They might try to raise you, and then boom, it's Oedipus effect. You can kill it super easy later.
Now, this might be like cartoon
have sex
brain.
with it.
This might be cartoon brain. What if you tied the elephant's snout, what do you call it, trunk, in a bow?
Yeah, or just, knot.
Would he just blow up?
You knotted it up?
Yeah, if he couldn't breathe.
What about his mouth?
I think eventually it might have
That's true.
asthma.
I forgot about the mouth.
It might have asthma. Could you feed it a rock? Could you paint a rock to make it look... What do elephants eat? Do they eat anything that looks like rocks? Because this is my main strategy here.
What do elephants eat?
Water.
Roots, grasses, fruit, and bark.
If they're
They can eat
vegetarians?
up to 300 pounds of food in a day.
Holy shit. What if I just wheeled out an old-timey piano and then the elephant died of heartbreak because he's like, oh, that was my mother?
It's not a bad idea.
That's my 50-50 shot.
Just ivory?
Yeah.
Just display ivory for it?
Yes. Like, hey, check this out, elephant.
I think, honestly, your best technique, I would probably go for something with the trunk as well.
Yeah.
And if that didn't work, just submit and hope that the elephant didn't kill me.
Have mercy on me. All right. Well, I would like to hear what maybe we'll put up a couple polls tomorrow. Get a little discussion going. Ooh, big goal for the Panthers.
What about the gorilla?
Oh, the gorilla would kill us, dude. The gorilla is the mightiest.
It's got thumbs, too.
And it's the
strong.
gorilla would fuck you up.
Didn't kill that kid.
Why you got to bring that up?
Our
Too
sweet
soon,
prince.
dude.
Just saying it's.
Way to end the show. Too soon. All right, let's do numbers. We'll
Love
do
you guys.
polls.
8. Give me 8 again.
18.
Oh, wait, 8's not in there.
45.
Let me go
99.
with
My guy.
94.
67.
Can anyone go back to back?
94.
Wait, did someone go back to back?
You.
Oh, yeah, I did. But it didn't actually.
What is that?
25.
Okay.
Jake?
Third timer.
Just give us the journalist fact.
According to the National Association of Printing and Ink Manufacturers, most newspapers use inks comprised of soybean oil and various pigments and waxes. So that's what your newspaper ink is, soybean oil.
Oh,
Love it.
okay.
Love you guys.
It's better to be safe than sorry. Take on